Yes, yes,
Let's
yes.
go, people! Throwing a grenade.
I'm throwing the flashbang. Throwing the flashbang. Grenade. Flashbang. Throwing fire. Grenade out. I'm throwing a grenade. I'm throwing fire. Everyone together. Go, go, go.
Smoke. Throwing
Grenade
fire.
out.
Laying down smoke.
I'm throwing the flashbang. Throwing the flashbang. Grenade. I'm throwing the flashbang. Flashbang. Throwing fire. Smoke. I'm throwing
Flashbang.
fire. Smoke. Throwing the flashbang. Throwing smoke.
Deploying flashbang.
Smoke. I'm planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Now is the time. Throwing smoke.
Grenade out.
Flashbang. Throwing fire. Throwing the flashbang. Molotov.
Throwing flashbang.
I'm throwing the flashbang.
Throwing flashbang.
Smoke! Molotov! Grenade! I'm throwing a grenade! Darn! Bomb has been planted. Throwing smoke!
Yeah, he has a chance within this one, let me tell you. Oscar and Robso, two formidable opponents.
Okay, we'll go back to useless.
It's actually 1 versus 4. It's a bit of a...
It's true, we were getting thrown off by the HUD because Sonny was also in his picture. I was going to say, where did the second trade come in middle? I didn't see it.
I didn't see a trade.
Misleading.
But then it is a 1 versus 4.
I'm just a puppet. I do what I'm told.
Yeah. Well, Nico will be told to go on the floor. Sonny will take him down. 5 versus 1. And in terms of the money, it's actually pretty decent still for FaZe, understandably so. Rob's doing a great job, 1 by 1 by FaZe going into that one. You can see they're just trying to trade out. It wasn't ideal going through the smoke, but they'd already committed. Once 2 players go in, you're going to have to try and trade those frags out. Not meant to be, and mousesports do post their first round. 4 players survive. Double orb setup comes into fruition once again. And we'll have Guardian back on the AWP. Chris J 1 and 5, looking to make his mark as we head into this round. Guardian will watch towards main entrance.
He's gotten there with Rain as well. They'll watch for the flash through because Oscar AWP is going to go aggressive, but Guardian's ready for it, and Oscar goes down early. The first stop gone. So Chris, aggressive last time over toward B, is going to do the same thing, having not been spotted that time. That means Rops is going to leave him to his own devices because they need to get back toward A. That first pick is an invitation for FaZe, and they want to take it. They want to push the site. Molotov behind forklift, but the smoke there as well will also allow them to dance in around it until such time that Kerrigan gets so deep in the site that Sticko has nowhere else to go, and Guardian takes down Rops. What a clean entrance.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there. You can see everything's on point. It's a nice strat out of the book. 1 smoke towards highway, Molotov towards the forklift. Coming out together, the flashbangs timed to perfection. Nico orchestrates it all from the squeaky door. It sets his teammate up perfectly, and they get through, and not a single kill picked up by mousesports. They had a clean round before. They'll have money to buy here, but after Oscar goes down, that was their cue to strike. As soon as they knew they took down one of the big names on the mousesports side, drop the smokes, the Molotovs, the flashbangs going in. Guardian, so aggressive. You can see him just jumping up on the bomb side there, trying to find the kills. 2 for him in that round, 6-1. We will have a buy for mousesports. Oscar, like we said, 8k will drop a weapon and buy himself the AWP. Still going to be a bit of a stretch though. 1 from us, 1 UMP, a distinct lack of utility. Chris J have no nades whatsoever as we head into round number 8. Wolfmeister is given the AWP with that decent spawn. He can beat them there at the very start. And it's an A push here. 4 players committed, and Nico knows they're at the locker room right now. We'll hold them off for now, but Oscar will strike first.
So Sonny pushing all the way up from Squeaky, and Chris underneath, though, could be extremely solid for Sonny. He takes the first kill immediately on Rain. That's going to call the aggro away, but they traded back, and Sonny, interestingly, left alive with not much else in the play. Chris gets found. That's a brilliant pick from Guardian, but it may not matter because Sticko still gets Olaf. Kerrigan deep inside of B, trying to salvage something in this. He'll stay put, but little does he know that Rops has actually let him go and is perfectly aligned, therefore, to take out Guardian. They have considered the possibility that Checker's still a danger. Guardian, good find to Sticko as well. Rops is waiting for him to walk in. Finally, he will get him down. The fact that he Molotov'd it off made me think that, or at least suggested, that Guardian was going to take the duel heads up. Bomb dropped. Kerrigan, far too easy, I'm afraid. He gets gifted a kill as Oscar jumps toward him.
Rops waiting behind the flames right now. Now will recover the bomb, but can't quite get the timing there. Nice idea. If you get that Molotov a little bit deeper, he could have caused some real trouble there for Rops, but he holds strong. That's a big round for mousesports now. Great play from the young Estonian player. We'll follow Sonny's journey on this map so far. Almost dropping 40 frags in the first map. Couldn't quite find the victory. Sits on 4 and 6 right now. Rops, of course, 5 kills. At the very top, 6-2. Need to be careful though. Lose this round and still going to find himself in the Nico as FaZe present another full buy. Back to the double orb setup. Oscar and Chris J. Haven't seen anything too crazy in terms of the aggression. Oscar has tried to push through a couple of times towards the main entrance, but shut down both times.
Sonny sneaks back out. This time he's not Molotov'd off, and they've got position to the site. Try and work it back to find Olaf as well. Smoke down. There's no real need for him to push it. I'll gladly smoke it off and stay put, and he took out Olaf, so it's just Guardian. There's no need to get worried of the threat. Contain, contain, contain. The bomb down inside of the site. mousesports looking to find round 3, cut the lead in half. Go for the boost. They know Guardian's going to be trying to stay around to get any gun down that he can. He's got to save his AWP in this, truthfully, but fancies his chances at least. He knows that they are weak and strapped for cash on the other side as well. Have to admire the discipline.
You do indeed. He knows that if a mistake is made, he can at least cause some damage to the finances of mousesports here. Bomb down in the middle. Rops coming in behind him. He's locked him in. There's nothing Guardian can really do to escape here. He probably knows that. 5 players alive. If you can find even 2 kills here, it'd be worth it. There's no chance to save.
Trying to bait him into some shots. Chris, I think I actually just hits Tico trying to wall to where Guardian might be, but it works in the end. He backs off, they get the kill. So all 5 alive. 2 ops saved. No need to pick up the 3rd one. Take the AKs instead.
It's looking better now from mousesports, holding off that set piece from FaZe. They went for a tactic at the very start there, trying to bully their way in towards the A bomb site. You can see Sunny patrolling towards the forklift, managing to find the kills, and setting up his AWP towards that quad position. You know, the double AWPs is where mousesports will be their absolute most comfortable. As we go into round number 10 here, just about affording a buy. FaZe will bring 3 AK-47s, a Galil and a UMP, trying to control this game the best they can, but starting to fall apart a little bit at this point. Remember, they've won all pistols so far, 3-0 in those particular rounds. This is what I love about Cash. The fact that Oscar can get into these sort of positions. Flashbang is good though. He negates it, manages to fall back, closes the door behind him, and moves to the NBK position.
Shot back out through the wall from Oscar. I thought that actually was going to hit. It's the red showed up on Nico's name, but it's somewhere a little different as it came through the door and did minor damage, just 11. So Kerrigan still setting and ready inside of A main. No evaluation going on toward B. Olaf just holding off mid to make sure they don't give away too much in their commitment toward A. Smoke's down. Sunny stuck again. And stuck this time. Burning. He's already down to 14. Last time Kerrigan was easily able to take him in that position. Stick goes ready for it. He goes back out. What a job. As he shuts down 3 and Sunny stays alive because of it. He will inevitably go down to Guardian. The fact that Ropistel as well does certainly make things interesting, but the HP is low enough on both FaZe players that all they really need to do on the mousesports side is cover the choke points, cover the cross. And with Olaf still holding back toward mid, or at least was, they're going to desperately run this back over toward B.
Great work by Sticko, very controlled with the AK, but is it enough? 3-on-2, Olofmeister and Guardian low, but it doesn't matter. That's the B bomb site open for business. Luckily though for mousesports, no smokes will be deployed. Olofmeister looks for the cross. Oscar, AWP, nails the shot! Plucks Guardian out of the air, very well read. 2 versus 1 now. Olofmeister trying to recover the bomb. There it is, 10 seconds remaining. Can't fake this one out, has to go for it. Oscar will surely wait for his teammate.
Here's Oscar jumping in. You said he would wait. That's a bold play because Olaf, he could easily have taken him down. Somehow it works. He's looking for the second player instead. And now another round Mouse. That gives them 3 in a row, 4 in the last 5, so they've certainly changed the momentum of this game.
Absolutely.
But with the bomb plant, with the now what'll be 3rd round bonus, they'll be able to buy on the T side. They'll be slightly shy of an AWP, but again, T side not as important.
Brave work from Oscar there. Money still available for FaZe. That shot though from Oscar, that decides the round pretty much. Olofmeister left in a very tricky 2 versus 1. HP wasn't such a big deal there considering Oscar had the AWP, but overall it will be 3 rounds in a row. Nico just shaking his head, not too impressed with his teammates' contribution there it seems.
Keep it to yourself, Nico.
But timeout. This will be tactical for FaZe. A chance us to work out, is it worth a buy here? We'll have a look and see.
To be fair, speaking of contribution and individual players, Nico namely, 1 for 5, whereas Guardian is 13 for 5. So very, very different ends of the spectrum.
They'll go for a partial buy here. CZs. Armor, a few flashbangs, some smokes here. It looks like a set piece towards B. You can use the skylights to push back the CTs, take their vision away. There's the first smoke to get them towards the checkers. They can get a player in the sunroom now. Smoke towards headshot once again. The flashbang might just come through here and save the smokes to CT's spawn. There's the flash. Pushes the AWP off. Christian has to fall back now. He's going to nail that shot, but it's going to be Robs to beat him to the punch here. Needs the 3K to step up here. Christian having a lot of trouble at the back. AWP recovered now from the T side as this becomes very tricky.
Nico with 2 great kills. He's on 3 HP. It should be enough to hold on to, but if they get the palm down, the fact that they went, oh wow, Guardian. Get back to that thought as he knew he gets the M4 up in time. Nico will not get the bomb. The fact that they went for sort of that mid-level purchase to equalize the money. They actually could have gone a little more aggressively. They were going to get 2,900. If they got the bomb down, they would have been fine either way, but they're playing the long game. T-side, they've already got 6 rounds. They're still in the lead, and this gives them everything they want no matter what, with or without that bomb plant. So, get the op, they'll get the utility.
Yeah, a bit of touch and go around there from mousesports. Could have fallen apart. Kushjay not nailing the shots there. The flashbang's very good from FaZe. Got that pop flash. When you sit back in B storage and just deploy a flashbang that explodes as soon as it hits the entrance to the bombs like that, it can be very difficult for AWPers to move away and avoid the disabling effect of that particular bit of utility. Chris J though, no fear this round, pushing towards B storage. Flashbang's coming in once again. He has a gap in the smoke, trying to surprise his opponents. It will be Olofmeister waiting on the other side but not giving him the satisfaction. Oscar aggressive again. We've been talking about this map this time. Nico wises up, takes him down, and he found himself a 5-on-4.
So Boost in the corner. Silently, ooh, was it silent? I think there might have been a step late, but no one that close, I don't think, to have heard it. I don't think Nico would have from that perspective. Chris is patient. Especially Oscar down again. Second time he's gone down early with the AWP. He can see it. Oh, how does that not hit?
I have no idea, but that one does. Guardian looking towards the boost position, finds Sunny. 5-on-3 now, but Sticko has been great on this A. Bomb side, not good enough, I'm afraid. Nico will take him down. This is looking like a very convincing round for FaZe. These are the rounds that are working now. The defaults for FaZe, they're completely outskilling mousesports in every facet of the map. When they go for these fast set pieces and try and force the issue every single round like they were before, it seems that mousesports are more coordinated. They're very good at crossfires and holding off the set pieces. This is where FaZe are doing the most tremendous work, and I feel like they keep this pace, they can run away with this half. But mousesports still plenty of cash, and Olofmeister giving us a bit of fun there. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Knows exactly where Robs is. He's doing that for the camera, I assure you.
Absolutely. Well, he's just lifting his mouse.
Yeah.
As Chris works in, nowhere to go. Rain takes him down. FaZe retain the advantage. 5-up, not bad. Strengthened up the money last time around as well. Chris is so close on this angle.
Let's have a look. On the belt.
Apparently, does it clip the edge of the wall? Like, I have no idea on this one. Yeah, that might be CS code.
That's just off his shirt, it seems. But there we go. 7-5, FaZe Clan. As mousesports will buy up into the round, they've purchased an AWP, dropping weaponry where they can. You're right though. FaZe, excellent start winning the pistol. They tried to dictate the pace, had a great lead, and then as soon as they started forcing themselves in with the set pieces over and over again instead of an objective from the very start, which is fine. But mousesports are certainly ready for it. His defaults I'm loving though. That's where FaZe seem to be opening up the round and finding kills before we can even keep up with them. Difficult bite. mousesports will bring one from us, a UMP, a couple of M4s, and of course the Oscar AWP. Guardian will challenge towards the B area this time.
Chris, quick smoke down, he's up close.
Now that smoke allows him to push forward to that box you can see right there.
Oh, that's a great read though by Guardian. He fires early this time, perhaps all is fair. The last round when Chris's didn't land, but now it's Nico to try and work out toward the door. Taps into it, so they're basically playing with a swing default. Bomb will stay back toward mid-range. Nico, they'll work A. Guardian Olaf work B. Push the CTs back. They've done that successfully. Sticko, though, in mid could actually spawn. He's in transition. He's got to be careful. Thankfully, the Molotov's still down meant that they couldn't peek him before he got to Z connector.
Smoke's coming in, another one towards connector. Molotov in the vent. This is great. Slow default into mid control. This is what you want. It's Sticko trying to use that smoke. That was misthrown. They should not look like that. It should be in the connector to his advantage. FaZe won't lose anything from it. Right-click flashbang coming in, trying to push the CTs back. Oscar flashed in the face now. B-split looking very likely. Carrigan smokes off CT spawn. Olofmeister, great shot. Rob's left to just the SMG on the bomb side now. They know where he is. He has to deploy a smoke and buy himself some time. Nade's coming in. Can he do anything about this? No! Rain takes him down, and that should be the round complete. You're not going for this retake if you're on a CT side right now. Oscar needs to find a wall bang. That's the only way they can really get into it.
Well, he tried, but he's going to back off. They have to as well. As you mentioned, it couldn't get there in time at all. As soon as Chris went down, Rops Very little in the argument. And this is about to be only a second round
That's
to be
just,
accumulated. So $1,900 injected to the economy of the CTs. That's not enough at this point in time.
just to know, that's a textbook default from FaZe there. Very slow at the very beginning. If you don't get any aggression from the CTs, you bait out the utilities, show a little bit of presence. Then, mid-execution, a couple of smokes, Molotovs to the choke points, and try and get that control. Once you have that, your teammates are getting ready towards the B bomb site. You pincer in together, you start hitting the shots. Pound for pound, the FaZe clan have got more firepower available to them. Oscar surely can't save the AWP once again. Flashbangs go down, he goes. Both kills, in fact, as Sticko and Oscar are dealt with. And that should be the money in disarray now. 8-5. All of Meister and Rain getting done. It's applying that pressure. That great smoke towards CT1 from Carrigan. Flashbang in. Nades at the back. They know the CTs can be two positions. Back left or back right. And Robs, he can feel this one slipping away. You can see that head in hands says it all. If they just one nuke, this map wouldn't be too much of an issue. Train, they're very well versed, and you rarely see them play cash. Sure, they have a massive win against Astralis, but usually they don't really touch the map. So we'll see if they can get it together here. Full default. Things a weaponry to see silence USPs. 2K per player. Money will still be weak for the final round.
Flash goes deep. Fox fully blind, and Nico times it to perfection, working through the vent. Really much. They're going to be able to do it range against Nico. Running in with the AK, he certainly stepped it up, tried to stack back corner. Even he spots that.
Yeah, nothing they can do.
So 9-5 heading into round 15 when Mouse will try and get at least a 9-6 halftime. Same halftime scoreline that we had on Nuke, this time though in favor of FaZe. Again, T side. Fair enough. Skill to be displayed, but not much more because they've already wrapped around behind. And Oscar, as good as nothing at all with the pistol against the AWP. Couldn't get anything out of it and wouldn't get away with the gun anyway.
9-5. mousesports there with the full eco. They'll scrape together whatever they can here for the final round of the half. Double digits for FaZe. Feels like a death sentence for mousesports going to the second. They will purchase M4s across the board here. No AWPs. Their preferred setup won't be available. Chris J, 3-12. Very quiet half of him. Great play on Nuke. They have got one defuse kit, a lack of utility. FaZe have made some mistakes though on the T side of Cash so far. They'll go for another set piece. This is not a default. This is one of those fast plays again that mousesports were loving. They were holding it off very well indeed. Carrigan this time with the AWP. Actually, this got double upside on the T side. You didn't really see that too much, but we'll see if they can make it work.
Carrigan just missing the opportunity as the smoke blooms to find the shot toward Highway. Nico does open up the frags against Sunny. You can see solid when the crossfires are in place.
He's just talking, saying, wait for me to try and see what I can do with this boost.
Look at Chris though. The reason they're so A-sided right now is he's actually pushed out all the way toward T-spawn.
It's very true. Is that USP out, walking a little bit faster. Guardian still waiting for a mistake to be made, saying he can see above the smoke. If anyone shows himself a quad, he'll take them down.
The toughest part about this Chris J flank is that if he gets aim in, that's brilliant, but they still have to worry about Highway. It's wide open. Oscar realizes it. That'll give them some information. It also slows FaZe a little bit further, and that's beneficial to Chris, or is it? Nico's already got him down, so the flank is gone. And on top of that, now B becomes a massive problem because, exactly, they have to fall back because the rotation's going to go the other way. If they're that far pushed out, he knows that he's gathering information. At least they greet them in the middle, halfway there, but Nico again is the one to find the frag. He's now up to 3, the only 3 in this round for his team.
Yes.
Around, yeah, 4. Let's go. Looking forward, and he's got it as well. The ace to close out the half, 10-5.
Waving to the crowd. Over the showman, Nico stepping up there in the final round. It was a set piece at the very start, but great mid-round calls. You don't have to fully commit. If the smoke comes through, if the spanner thrown into the works, you don't have to go all in the strategy. Great awareness from him looking for the flanks, like you pointed out. He seems to be very aware of the possibility as well. Open things up with a wall bang on Sunny, always the most frustrating kill to take. And then,
oh, that's just so good.
Yeah, this takes a perfect shot as well. Ace in the final round.
How does Chris feel? In that exact moment, he's worked so patiently.
Like 40 seconds to get there.
It took forever to get there, and then it's just dead instantly. Nothing for it. That's so heartbreaking, but 10-5, certainly a solid half. And I think maybe what we expected on Cash, to be fair, especially after the heartbreak on Nuke for Mouse, but FaZe, through different iterations, not even this lineup, you go back to the Kingwin times, the G2 times, they always had some games on cash that were scary.
Well, like we always say, you get 2 minutes at half to just discuss your tactics, use it as timeouts, and mousesports certainly going to need it here. They're currently 1 map down at this best of 3, 10-5 down on cash. Lose this map and they are out of the major. You can see, look on their faces says it all. They are not in a good place right now. We'll have a look at the buys while we're here, ladies and gentlemen. It will be 4 sets of armor for FaZe. No upgraded pistols. Carrigan with the defuse kit and the smoke. And on the T side of mousesports, they have Chris J on a P250. He actually drops that to Rops. We've seen this a few times now. So Rops will be called not so much a Superman these days. That was a Tech 9 armor, but it's an upgraded pistol and the armor to go with. Gives him a bit more range. He can go toe-to-toe with these USPs. Now have 1 tap potential. Chris J will have 1 smoke, 1 flashbang. Very common strategy on this map is smoking towards the highway from the A main entrance and then flashing in, sending your players through. That's common with just 1 smoke and a pistol. We'll see if it comes in as we get into it now. Default at the start. Nothing given away from the CTs from what I can see. Nico and Olofmeister not playing retake on the A-bomb side, actually challenging. Same story for Carrigan. He'll fall back. He knows he's got a stampede of angry terrorists coming his way. He will fall back safely, didn't take any damage.
Already in the hold, the tight corner on the approach, and they're making a ton of noise his direction. Chris finds him though. That's massive. As look at the shot from Rops. He's followed that up too. Carrigan's gone down just as quick. 2 headshots. Now rotate back to just make sure the flank is covered off, and that's probably a good decision as Olaf's working at least to middle. Nico smoked off, desperate for something to go their way.
So they might consider saving their armor here. We'll see what they go for. They'll at least float the idea of going for the retake initially, but it is a 5-on-2. Nico, USP in hand, sits in towards heaven, seeing if there's anyone giving out their position here. The round out of their grasp at this point. Nico with the kit, remember, as well. Olaf will find 1, and now takes the headshot. That might be the end of his run here. Trying to do anything he can. The bomb will be going off. They're not going to save the armor at all or the defuse kit. Nico drops in. Olofmeister will be dropped by Rops eventually by the looks of things. Rops looks in towards mid warehouse and should be able to find the final shot. Very good work by him. 3 kills in total, make it 4 actually. Rops stepping up tremendously as they hit the B bomb site. It was Guardian who sat in the corner, had to at least find 1 kill, but he was punished with a very fast and exciting B split there from mousesports, and the PT50 paying dividends. 4 kills in total.
So Mouse finally getting a pistol in the series, one that's desperately needed. Chance to springboard. Going with a single AK. Rops as well is going to sit back to see if there'll be any pushes through B. Not a bad decision. Retake toward A. At least the default setup for FaZe in this round. Sneaking. Oh, with the deagle.
Uh-oh.
Just barely gets to the angle where you can spot Oscar. What a fast shot.
Yeah, he's not done just yet, it seems, either. Spamming off towards the squeaky door. Some damage can be done there, but still the advantage for mousesports. With the weaponry they have, it's still a very difficult round for FaZe here. 5-on-4 as a start. 2 Mac-10s. Chris J and Sticko thrown into the bomb site first. Looks like they have to commit towards it. They've got no map presence whatsoever. Nico, Molotov out of position. Good work from mousesports so far. Eradicating risk. That's going to be Olofmeister. Surely dead now.
Somehow he stays alive. He's only got 15 HP. Double Molotov in his position. And then look at what happens after. It's Nico's turn on the deagle. It's down to 2 versus 2. Thankfully, gun still for mousesports, and Rops is compensating for the losses. He has 4 HP. Excuse me, he has 2 HP. Sonny has 4. At least they've considered the possibility of Rain working in from behind them. UMP picked up, and he's going to head the other direction. Instead, bomb is planted.
So the smoke down forces him to go towards highway. He's not got a kit. He knows how tantalizingly low they are in terms of HP. Smoke deployed towards the bomb site. One player at CT spawn, the other at the forklift.
180 split though, so even if Rain finds the first one, they're going to have to turn and react. He hasn't spotted toward fourth. He's seen him instead with the low HP. Oh, the spray's got to go to the deagle, and that's just enough for Rops.
He gets it. It looked like a round where FaZe had done enough there with the deagles. They're always so deadly with that particular weapon. But mousesports do it. They managed to hold it together just about. Their good positioning in the 2 versus 1 Olofmeister. That was filthy. Sunny and Rops deliver the goods here. That was the key frag on Nico. Olofmeister was already low. Rops there. 2 HP, doesn't take any more damage. I think he was okay either way. There was a lack of a kit there, but still is going to be a full eco now for FaZe. USPs, P2000, and they'll stack the B-bomb side. Mousesports do not want to rush in this particular round, play a full D4. As you can see in the top left, is holding up, straight line, watching every single choke point, waiting for any CT pushes to come through. There's the first. Rops doesn't have to overcommit to this, but knows he's just up against a default pistol, so that'll be an easy early kill there.
Helps to make contact and fall off of it. Last round as well, even though it was SMGs and there was the 1 AK, it's certainly expensive for mousesports to have to rebuy 4 guns on round 3. And almost makes the bonus round a necessity if they get that far. It certainly puts them fragile going into the first gun round. Good shot from Sunny, he'll take down Olaf. The benefit of having so many SMGs this round is that they can hope to at least build some of that bank back up. Ryan goes down, they only lose Sunny. So imagine Sunny brings out an AK.
He certainly will. So then, this is a bit of a bonus round, we call this one, when you have great weaponry.
I think they almost have to do it just to build back up a little bit, because if they buy fully into this, they're broken instantly.
Yeah. So MAC-10s, UMPs, Galil. Sunny with the only real rifle there, the AK-47. FaZe have a huge upper hand going to round number 19. What's the play from mousesports? Do they go for something fast and quick and throw those MAC-10s into the bomb site, or do they go for the slow, methodical default? Looks like it'll be a set piece, so this will be a fast play. Smokes will come in momentarily. They'll probably boost 1 player up towards middle and leave him there. That'll be Oscar. He won't commit. He won't try and get a pick towards middle. He's waiting to kill rotations on the white box area. Rob's waiting for any sort of CT aggression. Here come the smokes. This is what we call a set piece. Smokes, Molotovs, flashbangs will be deployed. One of the smokes will land towards heaven. MAC-10s will come in. Here's the response from the CTs. Can the teams make any sort of entrance here?
Good position from Nico. Fires straight down on them, and then as the door opens, he's already got his vision fixed that direction. Finds another. Multiple frag round. 3 this time in total as Rops desperately shuts the door and tries to run away, but good luck. And a 1 versus 4, a minute to go.
Absolutely. Rops won't be able to do much about this one. UMP in hand, and like we said, the set piece coming in. Very common for mousesports to deploy that sort of round when you have what we call the bonus round. You're just trying to deploy smokes and have that run and gun mentality with the SMGs. Didn't work out this time. Perfect response though from FaZe. Dropping the incendiaries. You can see they've got the timing to perfection there. You can have the incendiary down for around 7 seconds. As soon as you see the smokes come down, wait a couple of seconds, drop the incendiaries towards main entrance, towards the squeaky door, and then they have no choice but to push through. They have to try and use those smokes to their best advantage, and it didn't really work out. Nico, lovely spray down from up above. 11-8, and this is where the game really begins in the second half. All for Guardian, same story for Oscar. Full buy on both sides.
Deep push through. Oh, how does Rops not find that one first rain? Partially blinded as well, it seemed. At least the animation suggested so. Flash was intended to blind up. Rops actually went deeper, so somehow Rain gets away with it. 46 HP, took 1 shot to the hip. FaZe again with the advantage. He said, Chris Baum.
It's the same tactic they were deploying before, with -1 person there. Same smoke's going to be deployed. That one goes on the catwalk. Flashes will go in, try and set up Oscar for a pick here. Olofmeister waits towards MBK. They have to commit. As we mentioned before, if you have no map presence, you've already deployed your smokes, no fakes are possible. So far, so good, edging their way towards the bomb site.
Guardian wasn't that truck originally. Smokes were down anyway, but Olaf still holding off from the fence. Sunny on top. Has to be aware of Nico. He doesn't know that he's over toward Quad. And he steps out. Perfect time. Sunny will put him down, but it doesn't matter. He did more than enough in the sight, and now money gone. mousesports, 12 rounds for FaZe.
Really well played there by FaZe, and mousesports lost that first pick at the very start. Came down to the 5 versus 4. Execution once again towards the A bomb side, but Olof and Nico are playing scarily well so far. Nico especially, just finds that spray down. You just didn't think for a second he's going to miss a shot. The spray control's on point, the aim's there, and you can see them cowering away from him now.
10 rounds in, Nico, I think, about 10 rounds in, don't quote me, but it was 1 and 5, we mentioned it. And Guardian actually led the way with 13 kills. Guardian's now at 16 this far in, and Nico's up to 21, so yeah, he's definitely turned it on.
Since the gun runs have begun in the second half, yeah, he's going to beast. 13-8, almost guaranteed here after FaZe win 2 in a row. Glocks, Deagles, and P250s. Bit of damage there. Olofmeister feeling a bit of pressure, but he'll fall back towards the sandbags. He's ascertained now that they are indeed on an eco, but damage being inflicted further. This is not looking like the clean round I was expecting.
Yeah, Rob's
Kerrigan down to 60.
Rob's the cheeky pre-fire through the smoke, actually. Figured out the angle Kerrigan was playing. Olof's got something back down. Calm control from FaZe. In fact, we haven't seen a ton of aggression, to be fair, from FaZe on their CT side.
Not yet, especially not on this round. You do not want to be rushing the CT side against the pistols. That would be a disaster. But you might see next round. I think next round is the perfect time to do it. They've been quite calm and patient so far. Just as mousesports might adjust to what they're doing, that's when you push in. I think that's probably exactly what's going to happen.
Kerrigan usually likes curveball calls, I would call that too, where you just change it up a little bit.
Because you have to remember, those full ecos, T-sides will use that as a sort of timeout itself. They'll discuss what they're going to do to the next round. And now, I expect something aggressive from FaZe. I feel like they'll be pushing in towards A entrance, or maybe towards B storage, squeaky door for Guardian, just to mix things up, even if it's just subtly, just go for that first pick, just as mousesports are trying to work out what's happening and why they're losing rounds.
There's almost 2 sort of early round battles. One is map control we always talk about. The other one is the pace. If you're able to control the pace, you basically hold all the cards in these situations. So by getting in their face, it does
They're doing it.
at least make them
going
consider.
towards main entrance, flashing in. Molotov's through, they're going for that control. So it's not super aggressive, but they're going for full control of A main.
And they get a lot of information on this too, because Kerrigan's now able to rotate off the truck, knowing that there's no one inside of A. That's going to strengthen B, as it was just Rain holding, allowing therefore the aggression on A. And as they work in, he's going to play the smokes to perfection. Oh my goodness, it's Kerrigan to support it and get the 3rd kill. Sticko looks back toward the heavens and at least gets 2 kills back. Sonny's worked with him. It's dead level, and the bomb has made it into the site. Somehow mousesports at least salvaged that, because a very desperate situation with the early spray down.
2 on 2. It seemed like there was a round that was completely impossible for mousesports. Rain and Kerrigan getting it done, but then there's a lifeline. Olofmeister comes into the flank. Sunny holding towards Checkers. The flashbang's good. It's perfect. Takes him down. Bomb planted. Nico has been such a beast so far. Does he have it in him again to find yet another clutch?
Good flash, good read. Not good enough. Sticko's able to step out, still find the shot easily. And it's mousesports' first full gun in the second half. Still 13-9. And 2 players surviving.
Good round there from mousesports. It seemed like it was done. You see the lineup from Rain? I thought he was getting all 5, but a bit of overextension there towards the end, perhaps, from the CTs. Didn't have to challenge one by one. Kerrigan got punished, and Sticko, great work. Guardian could have fallen back and kept the advantage. Opted to go for the peak, and Sunny will punish him for that. Sunny will manage to stay alive with Sticko there. 3 kills of Sticko in total. Definitely the support player of mousesports, and delivering today, I would say. Looked very good on the CT side of Nuke, and now starting to wake up on the T side of Cash. There will be a tactical timeout coming through, and we'll see whether the money's still strong on either side. Yes, indeed it is. So FaZe with 1 AWP and 4s across the board aside from that, and still with the Galil mousesports. That'll be in the hand of Chris J. They need to win this round now. 2 players surviving the previous. Lose this, they'll be 49 down, and money will be in the bin.
Speaks volumes to the fact that Oscar and Chris are also on the bottom of the scoreboard when you talk about the op potential. Double op on this map as well. Just didn't work. Chris this time tantalizingly close to the inside of a smoke, and Kerrigan's actually gone inside of the garage with that smoke, so they're gonna have no idea. White spot, Chris, but he certainly heard him. No! That's a massive whiff! Guardian at least compensates, makes up for it, and finds his 2nd, but that could have been done far more cleanly, I'm afraid.
Yeah, abysmal scenes from Kerrigan there. Run and gun, the M4 could have even knifed him if he wanted to. Missed the shot, turns round, taken down, and there will be a chance for mousesports here. That round looked like it was over his position. Rain, one of the best aimers in the game, looking towards B storage now, stuck in the corner, uses the flashbang, just tries to get out. Not going to be challenging him. Good work, fancy footwork as he makes his way back towards Checkers. Back up from Guardian, also a headshot. 4-on-3. Should be a 5-on-3 really, but here we go. Oscar with another chance. He makes his way towards the vents. This is looking very good, in fact. Misses the shot as well.
Oscar, twice! You have to hit those, especially he's been struggling in this game. Olaf's position. I did Rob spot? I don't think he did. No, he's looking left. I thought they were going to look to the right. This is so good. Bye-bye. And one. Rob's turns, jumps, however. That gives him no chance, and we've got 2 rounds left for FaZe.
What a baller. Olaf Meister sits in the corner, makes them look foolish as they walk past him. They don't check the corner. He is playing very, very well. This is some vintage Olaf we're seeing here today, Matt. It's actually brilliant to see. And as we said, that could be one of the final nails in the mousesports coffin here. The money is broken, 14-9 down. They've got about $2,200 per player. They will take a tactical timeout. Map down, and after losing their pick nuke, you can see they know what's about to come. Do they take a full eco here and allow FaZe Clan to have match points? Or do they go all in and risk it all and have no money into the next round if they don't win it? It looks like they've made the decision. I think they're going all in. CZs, UMPs. Not much apart from that, I'm afraid. It's just going to be pistols. They're focusing on the utility. You'll see another wall of smokes come in. This is do or die time now for mousesports. Tournament life on the line. Julie to Chris J. A Nova for Oscar. What in God's name is going on here?
When all else fails, Henry, rush it. They're going to smoke down early. No, back at least for a second, see if there's any aggression thrown their way. Rain above. Guardian, don't be misled by the X-rays out toward middle. He's actually a Z connector, not inside of Checker, so it's just Rain for now on B. This does favor the speed these weapons possess. He's made the call to get Guardian in position. And there is a smoke toward the tree, so that op's not quite in position. I mean, Rain falls from above. It's got 3, and he's looking for the 4th as well. Doesn't want to overcommit. Knows Oscar still has to walk into the site.
God.
He's up to a 5th, and Sonny is all that is left. He will get the one to shut down the ace, but Nico is there, and it is series points for FaZe.
Desperate last attempt there from mousesports. Going for the execution, but Rain reads it perfectly. He seems sitting in the corner, waiting for the flashbangs. He knows they can even be in the bomb site right now. He waits for the flashbang to come in, turns round. Not the craziest display of aim, but still gets it done. Spray transfer on point, gets the USP out. They have no idea what's going on at that point. Match point picked up, and I'm sure the money's still in a very problematic position. Yes, Deagles, armor, almost no grenade to speak of. This could be the final round of our first best of 3 here today.
Guardian tries to get the shot in aggressively. It's Nico instead, and it's going to push through, and that's pretty good because he finds Oscar at the lockers as well after taking down the long shot. Kerrigan is Sonny, and it's just Rops. Young Estonian's first time in the playoffs. He's certainly impressed, but it's not been enough. The mouse has bit the cheese, the trap is closed. 2-0 for FaZe. They'll move through to the semifinal, and our favorites move on. I won't say with ease after Nuke, but certainly on Cash it was an easier task.
Yeah, definitely not with ease, but mousesports, it's the same heartbreaking story. Close, but no cigar again.